So the last dab from the show Hot Ones, is it really as hot as they say it is? I've always wanted to know this. However, those bottles are really expensive, man. They're like 30 bucks each. And that's a lot of money for just one hot sauce. Well, I was looking around my local mall this weekend and I found this. Here we have just little mini sizes of all three of the last dab. So it has the last dab XXX, the last dab Apollo, and the last dab Experience, which is supposed to be over 91% Pepper X. Now, I'm a big fan of the show, but like I said, I've always wondered, is it really, as hot as they make it out to be? You always see everybody struggle on the bomb, like the most every time. So, I don't know. And I've heard a lot of mixed things from other channels on YouTube. A lot of people are saying, it's not all that bad. Some people saying it's actually really hot. So I gotta find out. Let me open this thing up here. Pretty excited to try this. Because not only do I want to find out, how hot is it. I got all three so I can compare the flavors of them as well. To see which one, at least tastes the best. Whether they're hot or not. Oh yeah, look in the packaging. Whoops. See that? It's tradition around here. That's from the show where, that's when he grabs the last dab and starts shaking it. And everybody's like, what are you doing? He's like, it's tradition around here. Last dab. So I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with, it says that the last dab XXX is actually like the least hot. It says this is a 10 out of 10. And both of these ones, the Apollo and Experience, they are both rated as 11 out of 10. You can see 11 out of 10 on that one. And then this one, even though it's Pepper X, it just says it's 10 out of 10. The ingredients, I've looked at them. They're all very similar. See, they're a little bigger on the back here. It's easier for me to read. But basically, they're all just like basically peppers. So for the XXX hot sauce, it's Pepper X, Chocolate Pepper X, Peach Pepper X, distilled white vinegar, ginger root, turmeric, coriander, cumin, and dry mustard. So that one actually has some extra stuff in for flavor. But then you get to Apollo, and it's the Apollo pepper, distilled white vinegar, the Apollo pepper powder, the Apollo pepper distillate, and that's it. So it's just pepper and vinegar. And then for the Experience, it's Pepper X pepper, distilled white vinegar, Pepper X pepper powder, Pepper X pepper distillate. So yeah, so the Apollo and Experience are both just pepper and vinegar, and that's it. Where the XXX actually has a little bit of extra stuff in it for flavor. So, I don't think I brought a knife with me. Sorry about that. I wasn't prepared again. But I got all the plastic off now. So now let's try the XXX, the last dab. I was so excited to find this so I could finally try all three of them. Because I was just not spending $30 a bottle. 3 different sauces. That's almost $100 just to try 3 of them. That's too much, man. Okay, yeah. So this one definitely has some extra stuff in it that I can smell for the flavor. It had the cumin, the coriander, some kind of mustard. Smells good. It does smell hot. Let's give it a try on the old taste spoon. Oh, this is a very nice consistency. It's thick, but it's not like, you know, it still comes out. It's not real chunky. Has a bit of a yellow tint to it. Let's give that a try. Ooh. It's got some heat pretty quick. I can definitely taste those spices in there too. More flavorful than I thought it was going to be, because there's not that much in here. Definitely a mustardy flavor. And I'm not sure if that's the Pepper X or not, because, you know, I think these are the only sauces that use Pepper X, because Old Ed Curry's the only one that can give that out to, you know, whoever he wants to make his sauces. He's the only one that has the rights to it. So I have to see if the other, or the you know, the experience is kind of that same flavor profile. Then I'll know that's probably the Pepper X. But it is kind of like a mustardy, earthy flavor. The heat, yeah, for your typical person, that's going to be extremely hot. And I can see why your average person, when they do their show, would struggle with that. For me, it's not bad. It's probably, give it a 3.5. 3.5 on my scale for the XXX. Not quite hitting a 4, but it has heat, and I like that it hit pretty quick. It was like an initial heat, then it built a little bit, but then that was it. It kind of just leveled out right there. But pretty good tasting. It's definitely it's got something different to it. That I said almost, like I said, a mustardy kind of flavor. It's hard to explain. It's different. So let's keep it moving. Now we have the last dab, Apollo. This is the one that I used to see all the time. When I watch Hot Ones, I haven't really kept up with it lately, but this was the one that they always used. I haven't really seen the XXX, but I have seen Experience on some of the newer episodes I have seen. So let's check out Apollo. Already I can tell you this one is definitely looking like it's a bit thicker. Has just a small plug in it. I don't know if you can see. Just a small plug. I might have to try to tap that down a little bit. Oh, I think I made it worse. Alright. Let's give this one a pour. See, same thing. It's pretty thick, but it's not chunky thick. It's just thick. There we go. You can always tell because see how it sits up on the spoon. It doesn't just pool over everywhere. That's a nice thick sauce. Ooh, I forgot to smell this one. Yeah, as expected, this just smells like peppers. Definitely can pick up all the spices in the other one. This is definitely just peppers. Peppers and vinegar. That's all I can smell. A sweetness right away. A lot of vinegar. Feel the heat hitting my throat more so than the XXX did. Hitting my lips a bit more. I'm sweating a little bit, but honestly, right now it's just really hot in this room. That kind of felt like a letdown. This was supposed to be 11 out of 10 heat. Now it's supposed to be 10 out of 10. I honestly think the XXX hit harder. I feel like it punched you right away, and then it built up, where this just was like more of a gradual build, and it didn't. I think, I don't care what they say, I think the XXX is hotter than Apollo, even though this one is rated as hotter. So now I'm thinking, this is the one I truly wanted to check out. Experience. You know, another 11 out of 10 heat. But if you can see, tiny little print, it says over 91% pepper. I don't think I can believe that. But let's stop talking. Let's try it out. This is the one everybody's been talking about. Just a ton of Pepper X in it. And again, I mean, it's got a nice little plug in it, if you can see it. You know, a little plugged up, not completely. Okay, just, my mouth is watering, man. They're not bad on flavor, they're really not. This does kind of remind me of the Triple X with that kind of mustardy, earthy smell. But again, no spices in here. I can't smell anything else besides pepper and a little bit of vinegar. So Hot Ones, the hottest sauce they've ever had. How hot is it? I'm still only sitting at about a 3. Alright, it's a little thicker than I thought. Give me a second, try to get it out. Okay. I got a bit more hope for this now. It is very thick. I mean, look at that. That is just sitting on top there. Hope you can see it. It is just sitting on top of the spoon. Nice big old chunk. Let's try the experience. Doesn't taste the exact same as the Triple X, but very similar. It does still have, like, for me personally, I think it's like a mustardy kind of flavor, but with again, a little bit of a sweetness to it, tiny bit of smokiness. I'm still waiting for this, you know, incredible heat, and I'm just not getting it. So sweating a little bit, mostly from the heat of the bedroom. Nose is running slightly. Right now, I'm really feeling most of the burn on my lips and on the front of my tongue. I really don't even feel it in the back anymore. So, I'd have to say that my predictions for this were correct, because I was predicting that they're just not going to be as hot as what I was hoping for. Not as hot as I wanted. For, you know, the Hot Ones challenge, I think if they put Ashes to Ashes on the last wing, dude, I think they would hurt people a lot more than with these. But flavor-wise, they're not bad. I do, out of all of them, I like the Triple X the most. I think the heat hit faster, and I like the flavor the most. At least this one has a little bit of spices in it that really gives it something a little bit different. Excuse me. A little bit of a pepper burp there. I can feel it going down. You know, slight like the whiskey chest feeling. I kind of got that a little bit with 3 dabs of these. You know, one of each. Overall, it is very spicy. I can tell you that. It is very spicy for your average person. I could definitely be pouring this on my food just like anything else. It's nothing crazy, nothing spectacular like I was hoping for. Hopefully that's going to change soon. I've been looking for an Ashes to Ashes rival, and I think I may have finally found one. So I have ordered 2 new sauces that are supposed to be 80% and 85% pepper. And this is from the Hellfire brand, which is known for having great heat and great flavor. So I'm hoping that one of those will finally give me that good heat without an extract like Ashes to Ashes does, with a little bit of a different flavor profile. So be looking forward to those coming soon. And I have a ton of other sauces already sitting here waiting to go to give them a try. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. This is CK Ninja. I'm out of here. Bye.